Yes, so there is a special article written by the former General of Indian Army, and it is regarding what? Agnipath. Is he supporting or opposing? Supporting. What did I told you yesterday? Yes, whatever it is, whenever a government is going to make a decision, they will have consensus meeting. Okay, so here he has mentioned that this question was asked to a former Navy admiral. What do you think about the sailors being into the sea within 6 months of training? So what was his response? Yeah, where could be the best training rather than high seas, right? Okay, so that is the thing adaptation that you need to have. So imagine these people, they have 30 years of service, and after 30 years of service, if a new thing is coming, they are getting adapted. So this adaptation should be there always whenever you are trying for anything, private, government or anything. Fine. Okay, so let us try to understand today what is pension system, okay, what happens after retirement, and why the government is trying to bring Agnipath scheme. Okay, so now there is a talk that many Indian soldiers, they get retired by the age of 30, 33, 34, 35, like that. Yeah. Now what is that? We'll just discuss first the framework of the Indian government. See, we have two ministries. One is Defense Ministry and another is Home Ministry. Okay. Under Defense Ministry, we have Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard. Under Home Ministry, we have BSF, CRPF, CISF, then Sashastra Seema Bal, ITBP, okay, Assam Rifles, like that. Okay. So now what happens here? The Agnipath scheme is only for this Army, Navy and Air Force. It is for Army, Navy and Air Force. Okay. So now what happens? Here the government decided that many people are going in a short term of service. What is happening here? Initially, before 2022, let us see what happens. A 18-year-old boy, he gets into the soldier cadre, okay, and he does a service. There was a rule, before 2022, there was a rule that if a soldier gives 15 years of service, he is eligible for pension. Okay. And what happens most of the time? Many soldiers, when they retire, okay, after their service, they get one rank higher than that. Okay, for example, they get honorary rank. Maybe a soldier may get honorary captain, honorary major based on his service. Okay. Now what is this pension system? How this thing is done? Imagine today a person is getting 30,000 rupees as a salary, complete package. Now he will not get 30,000 rupees complete in his hand. Okay, what happens in this 30,000 rupees? Imagine rupees 2,000. I'm just giving an example to make you understand. Imagine 2,000 will be deducted. Now this deduction is contributed to the pension. Okay, this deduction will be going to the pension money. Now what is this? Now for every month, every 1 month 2,000 rupees deducted. So tell me, for 1 year how much? For 1 year how much? 24,000. So imagine for 1 year his how much money will be deducted? 24,000, and this money will be given in it will be saved in the pension amount. Okay, so at the age of 18, this is situation. Okay, now 19, 20, 21. Tell me, as the age increases, as the service increases, the salary will increase or decrease? Increase. So now what happens? Imagine after 30 years of his life, he got, suppose, 1 lakh rupees salary. Okay, he is getting rupees 1 lakh salary. So in this 1 lakh, some money will be deducted. Okay, like this it is going on. So now imagine 30 years of service, every month some money is deducted, every year some money is deducted. So how much lakhs of monies will be deducted? Okay, how much lakhs of cash or money is going to be cancelled from his service of 30 years of his life? So if you see, near about 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, it is like that. Okay, so let us take for rough estimation, 40 lakh rupees. He did 30 years of service and his total money deducted was 40 lakhs. His total money deducted was 40 lakhs. In the end of his retirement, he was getting 1 lakh rupees. At the end of his retirement, at the age of, imagine, 55, he was getting 1 lakh rupees salary. Now the government rule is that you should give this person pension based on the last salary he has drawn. not the salary which he has drawn from the initially. So last salary how much it was? 1 lakh. So now the government says that there is a rule, pension rule, that there was a rule that the person should get, imagine 50,000. I am just giving an example. This person should get how much pension? 50,000. So at the age of 55, imagine he gets retired, or at the age of 60, let us take example 60, he gets retired, and now every month he will get how much? 50,000. So every month he gets 50,000. Now tell me, this 40 lakhs will get over in how many months or how many years? How many years? Imagine between another 15 years, 15 to 20 years, right? All this money will be gone. Yes. Now imagine this guy who is at the age of 60, he is very healthy. He is alive till the age of 90. Okay. Let us take example, he is alive till the age of 90. He gave 30 years of service, but he is alive for extra 40 years, extra 30 years. Okay. So now what happens? His 40 lakh rupees is given. Initially he contributed more or less? 30,000, he contributed 2,000. But from 1 lakh, imagine 7,000 rupees is cancelled, or 8,000 is deducted. So now initially at the age of 18, he gave more money or less money? Less money. What about the end of the service? He gave more money or less money? More money. But what the government is doing, the pension should be in the last salary which he withdrawn. So though initially he contributed less, who is getting more money during retirement pension? This is what is happening in the government job. This was what happening here. So what the government realized, the finance ministry, what they realized, we have government officers, we have government service, we require their service, but every year when we make budget, okay, every year when we make budget, we have to make a special budget only for pension. We have to make special budget only for pension. That means we have to give like near about some percentage of the budget we have to keep only for these people. Now tell me, is there any use of keeping this much percentage of money? Government, are they investing anywhere? Are they getting profit anywhere? No. So now the government was thinking way back in 2008, we have to stop this pension system. So they decided to stop. Now in army also it is like this. Army, Navy, Air Force, the rule is that minimum 15 years if a person is giving service. After 15 years, he is eligible for pension if he does service of minimum 15 years. So imagine at the age of 20 years, a boy gets into Indian Army. So at the age of 35, correct? At the age of 35, he is eligible to receive pension. Now he will continue his service. So what happens? They will give service for 36, another 2 years or 3 years. And by the age of 37, they will retire. And when they retire, they start getting pension. Yes, they start getting pension. So this is what is happening. So what happens with Indian Army? There are lakhs of soldiers and many they get retire at the age of 37. And Indian Army budget, whatever the government has given budget for Indian Army, in that half of the percent of budget goes as the pension money. To whom? To the soldiers. To the soldiers. For officers, there is another rule. For Indian Army officers, you should do service of minimum 20 years. Minimum how many years? 20 years. After 20 years only you are eligible for getting pension. Okay, so this is what it is. So now the government just saw this trend. People are getting retired at the age of 36 or 37. So they calculated the average. Okay, they calculated the average. They saw by 26 or 28, average age of people, those who go 26 and 28, it's like that. So what now they decided, why can't we give, see, anyhow these people are going out. So why can't we give them an opportunity of giving only 4 years of service? Anyhow you want to go out, you give 4 years of service. So government idea was reduce the pension and give them a chance to serve. So this is what has happened. So now 17.5 to 21, boys and girls, those who are between 17.5 to 21, they are eligible for Agniveer, Agnipath, and what is the age limit here? 17.5 to 21 for how many years? 4 years. If you do very good service, there will be 25% of the good, talented pool will be retained, and rest they can come out. Now, what is the rule in Agnipath? Imagine you are getting 25,000 salary. They have informed 25,000 salary. You will not get 25,000 in hand. Okay, some of the money will be deducted every month. Okay, every month. 4 years you are going to do service. So, if you calculate, 5 lakh rupees will be deducted. Complete 4 years. Complete 4 years. How much lakh rupees? 5 lakh rupees will be deducted. And when you retired after 4 years, when you come out of Agnipath scheme after 4 years, you will get another 5 lakhs from the government of India. Government of India will give another 5 lakh rupees. So 5 plus 5 how much? 10 lakh rupees. It is like 11.86 they are telling something, but let us take 10 lakh rupees. 10 lakh rupees, a person, a boy at the age of 24 or 25, he will get in his hand. Okay, so this is the idea. So with this 10 lakh rupees, he can do his business or he can do higher studies or whatever it is. Okay, otherwise if the person wants to continue some other service, okay, he can go and join other forces. Now for example, BSF, CRPF, CISF, SSB, ITBP, like that. So initially when the Agnipath scheme came, they told, government told ki, these people will be out, 75% of the people will be out. There was a lot of hue and cry and confusion among the people that what will happen to the future of this youth? Okay, what will happen to the future of this youth? Anyway, after 4 years they are unemployed, right? They have a good service. So government told that, see, imagine, let us take, I will give reservation of 10% in all these forces. Okay, there will be reservation for Agnipath people here in this, all these forces. So now reservation is there in the state government also. Okay, like for example, police or anything, disaster management, fire rescue services. Okay, so there you will have reservation. So Agnipath people, they can come out and they can do service in this paramilitary forces or they can do service in the state government. Okay, this is one thing that you can keep in mind. Next, what the government is of the opinion, or the author, today's author, what he is telling that, suppose India is a talented country, a young country, India is a youthful country, and when this youth come out, Indian army, it is well known for discipline, right? So when they come out, they will be a good, role model for the rest of the people. Our country will be like in a very good situation because these people are already trained for Indian army, like that. So discipline will be there, there will be good integration, national integration thing. So we will have very good youths among Indians. Okay, so that is one idea. You got the point here? Okay. Now what happened? BSF, CRPF, CISF, this is our paramilitary. Now here you should know something. They have talked about the lateral entry. Correct? Lateral entry. See, remember, Union Public Service Commission, they conduct exam for military services, non-military services. Now for example, if I talk about military services, you have NDA examination, Combined Defense Service examination, and then you have Central Armed Police Force examination. These are all military. Non-military, you have civil service, forest service, Indian engineering service, Indian economical statistical service, like this. Okay, now NDA CDS Some of you are trying for CAPF also. Now what happens in CAPF? Once if you crack this exam, you become assistant commandant in what? BSF, CRPF, like that. Okay, you become assistant commandant direct with the degree. If you have degree, you can go here, one written examination, there is no SSB here. Directly you can become an assistant commandant, equal rank of what we say like major, captain, like that. Okay, now what is the problem here with the Central Armed Police Force? Once you get into this, okay, you become assistant commandant. This is a separate organization. CDSC, NDA, this is Army, Navy, Air Force. But CAPF is all these things, right? The thing is, once you become assistant commandant and you keep giving your service 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, so people expect that one day I will be the chief or the IG of BSF, Inspector General, okay, or Director General of BSF, CRPF, I will be the chief. That is how the thing works, right? Now imagine NDA, Indian Army General, he is from what? NDA, right? All the chiefs, they are from NDA. Now suppose if I say that one IAS, I am going to appoint an IAS as the army chief, will it work out? Will it work out? No. I say that, okay, IAS nahi chahiye, IAS ko knowledge nahi hai guns ke bare mein. Let us take example of IPS. The best IPS officer is going to be taken as the Indian Army chief. Is this idea good? A best IPS officer is going to be the chief of Indian Army, general of Indian Army. Is this idea good? No. So this is called as lateral entry. Now what is happening in lateral entry? Here in Central Armed Police Force, a person become assistant commandant, but he most of the time he is not able to be the director general of all these forces. He don't get a chance of lead this organization. What happens from this pool, from non-military pool, an IPS officer gets an opportunity to head the BSF. An IPS officer gets a chance to head the CRPF. So now what happens in Naxalites areas? Naxalites, I have told you, explained you about Naxalbari village and all. In Naxalite areas, what happens when this BSF, CRPF Jawans they go, there is combat, and most of the time our soldiers they die. So the government realized, they had a statistics, they realized that this leadership we have to change. Okay, this IPS is not trained to combat with the terrorist. We don't have a talented pool which can directly confront the terrorist, Naxalite terrorists. So we need to think differently. So now what the government is doing, the best of Indian Army soldiers will be inducted in CAPF. The best of Indian Army soldiers will be given chance to serve in BSF, CRPF, CISF. So what the government is telling, देखो यहाँ पे leadership problem है, so I will change the leader. You want a leader who will go and fight the terrorist, so I have army officers. Okay, I have best of the commandos from army, so I will make him the chief of BSF. I will make him the inspector of CRPF, BSF. So now if the leader is changed here, what about the organization? It will also be changed. That is the idea. But now what BSF, CRPF, CISF people are telling, we don't want anyone from other organization. We are already trained here. An assistant commandant is already trained here. Why don't you give these people, those who have 25 years of service, a chance to head this BSF? You understood? Okay, why don't you give chance for this own CAPF organization members to give to head this BSF, CRPF, CISF? Why are you introducing lateral entry? We don't require it. But the government is telling, no, we want lateral entry because we have seen in Naxalite areas lot of CRPF Jawans are been killed. Now why they are killed? Because these leaders, they are going with whom? By IPS officer. They are not compactly trained. They are not compactly trained. Okay, so this is what is happening. And now in this situation, now Agnipath is introduced, and now the government is telling this Agniveers, they will be inducted into BSF, CRPF, CISF. Okay, lateral entry, they will get a chance here. So now BSF, CRPF, these people, they have a it's not that much serious, but there is a doubt that again we have to train these people here in BSF. Correct? Again we have to train these people in BSF, CRPF like that. And again, what will happen to our Jawans here? What will happen to our Jawans here? Already CAPF is having a problem of stagnation. There is no growth, promotion. If once you go in CAPF, it's very difficult to get promotion. But if you are here in IPS, IAS, civil service, you get promotion easily. So what is this? And already there is a problem here with our boys. You are bringing in more boys. How these things works? They are not experienced. What the government is telling, Indian Army is going to train Agniveer. Indian Air Force is going to train Agniveers. Okay, so they are 4 years better than your boys. Okay, they are 4 years more talented than your boys. So this is what is happening. समझ में आया? So now they say Agniveer, they have 4 years of experience. 4 years of experience in Indian Army. So tell me, a boy at the age of 18, okay, just completing 12th standard, he is going to rally, he is cracking the exam, and he is coming for BSF. No experience, he is just finishing the physical task and coming for BSF. And there is another boy who has 4 years of Indian Army experience. Whom will you choose? 4 years of experience. Now these people, they got to know, okay, something is there. Okay, so now this is what is happening. And one more thing, the idea why the generals and the government wanted this Agniveer, Indian Army to be get into the public, they are asking you that Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, this is not a job, this is not a thing, a place for your job. If you are looking for making money, this is not the place. Okay, if you are looking for making something, for your own benefit, this is not the place. You understood? Like that. So, there was a famous general, General Bipin Rawat, right? He told ki आर्मी जो है ये रोजगार के लिए नहीं आना यहाँ पे. रोजगार मतलब डेली वेज. ओके, डेली वेज और समथिंग योर मनी बेसिक्स. पैसे को दिमाग में रख के मेरे को पैसा चाहिए, कमाना है, आई वांट टू अर्न मनी, आई वांट टू सेटल इन माय लाइफ, उसको दिमाग रख के आप इधर आओगे तो ये इट इज नॉट दैट काइंड ऑफ जॉब. अभी हुआ क्या, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम. Now many people they give retirement at the age of 37. Why they get retired at the age of 37? Because they know I have given 15 years of service. Now I am going to get pension. That's why they resign. Correct? That's why they resign. What the government could have done if they want to retain this talented pool. Okay, what the government would have done if they want to retain this talented pool, they would have increased this 15 years to 20 years. Correct? The retirement age of the soldiers, they would have increased to from 15 years to 20 years. Agniveer is for 4 years. They want boys to do 4 years of service. So why can't they increase 4 years of service extra here in the normal scheme? They would have done it, right? But there is another problem. See here, suppose if I draw a pyramid. Here on the top, there will be a general who has minimum 35 years of service. Okay, minimum 35 years of service. Then here we have lieutenant generals, then we have major generals and brigadiers. Okay, then here we have lieutenant colonels and captains like this and major. So this is the thing, second pool. And the third we have jawans. Jawan means what? Another meaning of jawan means soldier. Another meaning of jawan, another any synonyms? Yeah, young. ये जवान है या बूढ़ा है? जवान. Okay, young. Okay, at the age of 55 also I will call him जवान. Okay, that meaning is soldier. But जवान मतलब young. Okay, दो meaning है. देखो, Indian Army pyramid, if I draw like this, Army, Navy, Air Force, always there is one thing that the pool on this down here, it should be always young. It should be always young. The force should always be young. The more the young they are, the more the sturdy they are. The more agile and angry they will be. We can do lot of works. On the top we want a person who has wisdom. Okay, who has all the experiences. So we want a person who has maximum experience, a talented person. And down we need a person who can manage the things, leadership qualities. Okay, so now this author is telling that if an Agniveer is coming inside a unit, okay, who will be responsible for him, for mold of that person? The officer. There is no bad unit or good unit. There is only two things, bad officers and good officers. If the officer is not going to impress, if the officer is not going to mold that Agniveer who is coming at the age of 17 or 18, that means the officer failed. It's not the unit. And the onus of making this, see, he has mentioned that during 1971 war, the soldiers got only 2 months of training. They got 2 months of training and they immediately went to battlefield and they got the medals. Then he has also told that a 19-year-old boy, Paramveer Chakra medal winner who is still alive, Yogendra Singh, he is still alive. He got injured in 1999 Kargil war, but still he is still alive. He did this act at the age of 19. So we want young pool here, okay, young men here who can save our country, and let us give them a chance. We are coming to a conclusion without giving them a chance that नहीं अग्निवीर फेल हो जाएगा, अग्निपथ फेल हो जाएगा, कोई काम नहीं करेगा, 4 साल में क्या होने वाला है, nothing. Okay, but we are not waiting for even that 4 years. Let us wait for another 5 to 6 years. Let us see some circumstances whether this Agniveers are going to deliver. Now it is only the right opportunity, this Agniveers can come and deliver. So this is what is happening here in this organization. You got the point? And any time these rules can change. It is not that it is permanent now. It is not permanent. Any time these rules can change. Okay, maybe after 5 years or after 10 years, because he has mentioned that during 1998, okay, the retirement age limit was increased to 2 years. Okay, now this retirement age, increasing the retirement age for 2 years, is it good idea or bad idea? Now he is telling that some of the government officers will have retirement age at the age of 65. Okay, is it good or bad? So when this pension thing was discussed, if a person is going to give 2 more years of service, what happens with the pension? The government should give more pension or less pension? More pension. So now the government told no, अगर ज़्यादा retirement दिया तो हमको pension ज़्यादा देना पड़ेगा. right? अभी तो pension नहीं दे रहा है, so government is happy. Government is telling that okay, I will increase for 2 years or 3 years also, right? But now what happens if these people are there for 65 years? Imagine a person gets retired after doing 35 years of service. Now he will do 37 years of service. But people like you, youth like you will pass the exam at the age of 18. Okay, you have to start working by 18 or 19. But what happens due to the increase of age of 2 years, there is no vacancy on the top. There is no new vacancies. So what happens now? The soldiers are, soldiers or anyone, now they are stuck up. So तुम्हारा लाइफ 2 साल पीछे चल रहा है, पीछे चलेगा क्योंकि ऊपर वैकेंसी नहीं है. There is no vacancy on the top. So when there is no vacancy on the top, you have to wait for 2 years. That is what happens with the government job. They will give notification for every 3 years, 2 years, 4 years. Okay, so this is what is happening. So keep an eye on it. Anytime the rules can change, anyone can do it. Imagine some new government comes and they may say that no, I will bring that, say instead of 4 years, I will give these people 7 years of service. Okay, and one more thing, this Agniveer, Agnipath, you are not going to get any benefits of canteen and etc. Okay, you're not going to get any benefit, just you are going to do 4 years of service. Yesterday evening actually few guys were there. I was discussing about what is apprenticeship, what is causal contract, okay, what is life in IITs, MBBS, okay, what happens with the law, professions like doctor, teachers, lawyers. Okay, so that time I was explaining about apprenticeship. Okay, apprenticeship is something that you will work for certain monetary benefit, some money you will get. But that is not considered as salary. Okay, that is not considered as experience. There is no experience if you do work even for 1 year or 2 years. So that is called as apprenticeship. And there is one more thing called as causal contract. You have to sign a bond for, imagine, 2 years, and 2 years you work here, and if you want to break this bond, then you have to pay extra money and break it. Okay, but this can be considered as work experience. So what the government is doing nowadays, they come up with an idea, why can't I have apprenticeship in different government sectors? Okay, so like now Agnipath is nothing but almost similar like apprenticeship. Okay, you are just going to work and you are going to come out. Okay, this is one thing. And now look at the scenario in India. Before 2022, India was called as the world's largest voluntary force. Okay, India is world's largest voluntary force. What is meant by voluntary force? Voluntary force. Yeah, how many of you have come here due to the pressure of your parents? Okay, sir, my father and mother is pressurizing me to go in armed forces. How many of you are doing like this? Or, sir, it is my dream to get into armed forces. How many of you came like that? Sir, I like that service. I want to wear that uniform. Correct? No, you have come like that only. If you go to North Korea and other countries, the moment you are in 12th standard, okay, they will come and they'll tell like, जाके 4 साल service करना है. Come, you like it or not, you have to do parade. You like it or not, you have to do all the drill activities. But here in India, we have the largest voluntary force. We know that if you go in this service, anything can happen. Nothing is guaranteed. There is loss of life. You may die. But still, our youths are motivated. So that is called as patriotism. Our youths are patriotic. Okay, they already like this force not because of the monetary gain. Okay, one more issue, what I feel personally is that government gave this Agnipath a color that youths are coming for Rozgar. Our youths are not coming for Rozgar here. I believe that. Our youths, boys and girls, they don't go here for salary. Correct? They go here for doing the service for the nation. For the adventure sake, for sports sake. They want something, see, they don't get money to go in sports. Like Neeraj Chopra. If Neeraj Chopra was not in Indian Army, he wouldn't have been in, athletics. So there are a lot of young people here, those who want to shine and win Olympic medal. They want to do something big in their life. So what is the only platform? Army, Navy, Air Force, right? So for that sake, some people are going. Some people are like they are very patriotic. Okay, from WhatsApp DP to Facebook DP, okay, their bike number plate, anything, their phone ringtone, they will have patriotic songs. So they are not looking for the monetary sake. The government wanted to bring this scheme at any cost, so they started painting a color that youths are coming for salary sake. पैसे के लिए इधर आ रहे हैं, रोजगार के लिए इधर आ रहे हैं, ऐसे करके कलर करके दिया है. बट माई पर्सनल ओपिनियन इज दैट आवर यूथ्स, आई हैव सीन, दे आर नॉट गोइंग हियर फॉर द सेक ऑफ मनी, they are going here for the sake of country. Correct? The answer is a befitting reply by the Indian Jawans, Indian youngsters. Even when the Agnipath came, our youngsters went and stood in the rally. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Our youths, they went and stood in the rally. So what the government should learn from here, it is not for the sake of money or the pension they are going there. It is for the sake of the nation. Correct? So the same article, it's saying that there was an overwhelming response by the youth, that youths, they entered the rally. Now Airforce, Navy, girls are been given a chance. In Indian military police, girls have been given a chance. 99 vacancies are there every year. So tell me, for this 99, 10,000 people, 10,000 girls are participating, they are competing. So are they working for money, or are they patriotic? They are patriotic. So Indian Army is one of the largest voluntary force even today, and it will be in future also. Okay, it will be in future also, because our culture is like that. Okay, our culture is like this, born and brought up, parents, teachers, school, colleges, they will bring you in that way, right? So the assumption of the government, according to me, the assumption of the government that youths are coming for the sake of money, for the sake of salary and the pension, that is wrong according to me. Okay, maybe some people are there, the percentage is less, but there may be some people. But according to me, youths, they got, the demand for the youths were not that the Agnipath scheme is for 4 years. The demand of youth was not like that. The demand of youths were that 4 years is not enough for me to do service. The thing was, 4 साल सर्विस मुझे नहीं चाहिए, मैं 10 साल करूंगा, पेंशन नहीं मुझे मत दो, don't give me pension, but increase my years of service. That was an indirect demand, but the government, they were reluctant. Already, they wanted to cut the budget money, they want to save, and that extra money they wanted to buy some new weapons and equipments, modernization. And every youth in India today, they are good in smartphone, they play games, right? So the government is telling nowadays the war is not on the land. Okay, it is not on the land. Someone from the drone, they are attacking. So we want a person who is operating drone. We want a person who is playing computers, like some coding, decoding, like that. So this is how the direction has changed. So nowadays, in future, whoever it is, Agniveer, Agnipath, soldier, or anyone, they should be very, very strong in technical. They should be very strong in technical. So subject knowledge, you may be gold medal winner in your university or your PUC or 10th standard, but unless and until you don't speak, you don't have that qualities, you cannot show the organization that I am technically strong. Bad officers, good officers. What is that? Good officer is one who will take care of everyone, who has interpersonal skills, okay, who will interact with all, without even looking who you are, superior, inferior. They will have to think about the organization. So this is what it is. Develop this habit, technically be strong. Your subject, your degree, whatever degree you have done, be strong in that. And SSB, they will ask you these questions only. So this is what is the present scenario which I have explained, and now you have to see in future. If you are trying for CAPF, get ready for that lateral entry scheme. Even in IAS, I don't know how many of you know it. IAS, imagine if there is a finance minister. Who will be the secretary of this finance minister? There will be an IAS officer. What about defense ministry? Some IAS officer. All the secretary will be IAS officer. Now what the government is telling, this IAS officer, he has experience of 35 years. That means he is how many years old? He is 35 years old officer. Matlab experience mein. Now the things are changing. Revolution is coming. Digital money is coming. This man doesn't know anything about new technology. But if the private companies, if you see, the CEOs are very young. Okay, today's CEO, if you see, they are all just less than 30 years of age. Oyo app, Oyo app. He is from small village. That guy is from small village. Redbus, Oyo, Zomato, Swiggy. They are all from this Bangalore small concept. But today they are the billionaires. So what the government is telling, if I have that kind of leadership here, my government will also grow. So what the government did now, they started bringing lateral entry for the secretary position. Lateral entry for the secretary position. So what is happening? The secretary position, now it may not go to IAS. It may go to a CEO of Reliance company, CEO of Adani, some big company, that CEO will come and do the service for the finance minister. बेचना है बेचेंगे, nicely they will sell. खरीदना है they can buy it. This is what is happening. So remember where you are going. It's not like हाँ मेरे को you know you saw an advertisement in TV Tata Namak. Okay, one girl in 8th standard. Okay, mom used to give Tata Namak in her chapati, and after 10 years she become IAS. Okay, looking at this advertisement, even I want to be IAS officer. Things doesn't work here. Okay, you have to do all this task. ये देखो organization किधर है क्या है, एक बार अंदर जाने के बाद you have to face all these things. So make your mind stronger and then go for it. Right? Any doubts you have? Any doubts you have? No doubts? Chalo. Yesterday I was dealing with